It's been quite a couple of days, hasn't it? Hello everyone, my name is Con Goman, and this is one of the most serious videos I'm gonna ever record. So much so as I don't really think I really want to make it a full edited video of this, or well, keep the editing at like a minimized scale, because I do really want to talk about what has been happening to me in the last couple of days and everything about it. So you might have seen my most recent posts, and they have been pretty concerning, not gonna lie. By the way, this is mostly unedited audio, so apologies for the many and yeah, and just the filler words you're gonna hear. But listen to me, it's just very hard to explain for me this situation like. So, where do I even begin? It all started last week. Last week, a lot of teachers of me saw that I was like incredibly white of skin, which was just like I'm mostly white, or well, I should I say, my skin color was just, I should I say, not very healthy looking, if you know what I mean. And usually I look like that, but this time it was even like 3 times that much. So they start saying, hey, do you have fever? Which is essentially a syndrome which causes you to be very, like, tired. But, yeah, were suggested we should test on that and take blood tests of that sickness, which firstly resulted in negative. Then on Monday, so this week Monday, I had to come back to also do another blood test, and this time they were gonna check everything about my bloods. And it was that test where they saw that my bloods was, well, pretty much on a very unhealthy state. So as I explained here, I think my red blood cells was just way too less, as well as my platelets. They were way too few, along with other necessary stuff which should be in your blood. They were just not there. So they, I should say, looked into the possibilities and what it could be. And one of the first possibilities what it could have been is cancer. Cancer, it was a possibility, and on Tuesday, because then I need to go to the hospital actually to see what was actually going on with me. But yeah, cancer or leukemia was one of the possibilities, and I remember on Tuesday writing, well, this script, I should say, or well, this post which I'm displaying right now, in like actual tears, because cancer or leukemia or whatever form it is, it's one of my worst nightmares, like, out of my entire life. And the thought of me having it was just nightmare. I just couldn't hold back the tears, man. So then I went to the hospital, they checked on me, and luckily they did not see any form of cancer, so that's ruled out. So I was very happy to hear that. But then they did see something in my liver. My liver looked through the scans bigger than usual, and also way more rogue, how should I say. So they wanted to inspect it further. And so I was transferred to a hospital in Amsterdam, where they had more experience of actually checking your liver. Well, I was under 18, so I had to be moved into the children's section, which is, I mean, it sounds very childish, but yeah, it's essentially it all the rules essentially. But there they took extra care of me, and there I had to stay for a while. They said to me, they did more checkups, they did more research, and then I think that was on Wednesday, they did pretty much the same exact research as the last hospital, which was in my home city, pretty much. But there they saw even more worrying results, because it was actually going down my bloods. So they looked into my liver and they saw it was very sick. It was, well, pretty damaged, how should I say. And they did not know why. They did not know why that happened. It was either one of two possibilities. One was either a virus was attacking my liver a lot, or the second possibility was my immune system was attacking my liver. And the second one being, of course, the most, well, worrying because that is pretty hard to cure. Well, on Thursday, they did more research again. And this time I had to be, like, moved into, I think, the intensive care for a little bit. Because they were out of beds, I think. So that was, like, actually, getting into the intensive care is actually, pretty damn worrying. Luckily, I was only there for, like, 4 hours. So, yeah. They were basically out of beds because they wanted to do a little bit of surgery on me. And see what was happening in my liver. And they saw, well, it was pretty damn damaged. They also took a small part of my liver out of my body to inspect the cells of it. And there they did confirm my immune system was attacking my liver. It's also known as an autoimmune hepatitis. There is a full Wikipedia article about this, well, thing, and the main problem with me was, well, my immune system was wrongly attacking my liver because my immune system saw it as a threat. Meanwhile, it's clearly not. Well, and luckily, it is treatable. It's not life-threatening, they said. Only way it is not life-threatening is if my medicine works, which is 99% of the time it works, so I'm gonna assume it's also gonna work for me. Well, but I have to take this medicine for the rest of my life now. But yeah, it was pretty much one of the most scariest things like I've ever experienced. And then on Friday, Saturday they checked my blood. And then today on Sunday I was finally released because my blood was a little bit stable and also it was improving a little bit. So that is good news. But yeah, it was definitely one of the most scariest things I've pretty much ever experienced because, like, I think if you would be in that situation, you would also just be scared being in a hospital as well. Like, no offense, like the nurses of course were very friendly, of course. They were very helpful, but being in a hospital is, I think, the last place you really want to be in, especially when everything is just, you just looked so happy for you 2 weeks ago, and now all of a sudden you're in a hospital because one of your organs is just not functioning right. Really, these days in the hospital were very, like, boring because, like, there wasn't a lot of entertainment. Yeah, sure, I did actually have a PlayStation 4 there, so at least that is something, but for the rest, it was just, yeah, boring, pretty much. I also missed, I think, the TDADC episode 4 premiere because, like, I was just way too tired because, well, from everything that was happening to me, I was just way too tired. And I think you would be in the same, if you were in the same situation, you would also skip it. Obviously, I really appreciate all of your support during this time when I was actually in the hospital. I'm gonna return to the hospital, unfortunately, somewhere in January, and I also need to go to a whole different city that's, like, very far away from me. To also go to the hospital there because I also need to stay a night there because, well, they want to do another surgery on me. And they also want to have a sort of, like, that faraway hospital also want to have a meeting with me just in case my life does indeed actually get worse and there's no other possibility out of it. Because if there's no other possibility out of it, my liver needs to get transplanted. So basically, I will get someone else's liver. Then the sickness would be over immediately. But it's a very, very heavy surgery, which I'm not sure if you have a chance of dying. I have no idea. There is a chance I think it could not work. But yeah, I think that is then the best risk you can kind of get. Because it's either you dying or it's either you can recover, but there's also a slim margin of you could potentially die. But anyway, yeah, so this is what I have, autoimmune hepatitis, and I just had my darkest days in my entire life, like ever, because I genuinely had a feeling I was, well, although they said it was not life-threatening, I myself, being in the situation, had a feeling that it was life-threatening and that there was, moments of me just crying because I really just want to be healthy. And I can't be healthy forever. At least for now, at least. If I don't get if my liver doesn't get transplanted, then it can still work, but I won't be healthy forever because, well, my liver just partially doesn't work. Well, it's just shit, to be honest. Yeah. Anyway, hope you all understood this serious video of mine. Yeah, it's just, yeah. If you wish to donate, of course you can. I'm not gonna, of course, ask for any donations. If you wish to subscribe, that would be helpful, though. That would for sure be helpful, though I ain't forcing it. Please smash the like button if you maybe want to have support of me. And yeah, see you guys later. Goodbye.